Hey, what's up guys, it's Caleb here, and I'm actually gonna go back to Hong Kong today, and I just finished packing my stuff, and I have about like 2 hours left before I head to the airport. So I think I'm just gonna make another video just before I go, so that I'm not gonna be away from YouTube for too long, because I think my last video was actually a month ago. So yeah, here we go, another video just before I leave. And in this video, I'm gonna continue to talk about the building startup series, because I think people in my age right now, they start to think about if they should continue work for their employer or like start building their own business. So I think I've talked to a few people in the past 2 months already on building a business. So I think this is maybe one thing that I'm kind of interested in right now, and maybe some of you guys will think about that as well. So here are 3 steps I want to talk about. Some of the preparation work before you start executing your idea. So the first point I want to talk about is definitely you need to know like what do you want to build on, right? So you want to find a business idea, but I do not want to go too far into this topic because like finding a business idea, I think a bunch of people have talked about that on YouTube, so I don't want to cover that too much. But one thing that I want to mention is you definitely want to be observative for the thing that's happening around you. So being observative maybe mean like when you go out and you constantly think about like what is working, what is not working. When you're at the bus station, what is good about the bus station right now? What is good about the bus system? What is bad about that? How can you improve on it? So when you go to a restaurant, what is good about those food? What is bad about those food? How can you improve on that? So this is the kind of like exercise that you want to give yourself every single day when you do something. Think about what is working, what is not working, how can you improve on it if it's not working. So I think if you have this kind of habit, you can definitely come up with a bunch of business idea every single day. Like I have a list of things that I can potentially build on. If you ask me something, I can like just quickly tell you some of my business ideas maybe. But it doesn't mean that all of my ideas can actually work. And that gave me to the second point. Like think about what are the user, right? How would they use your products? And this is kind of like the validation of your idea before you go on building it. To think about the users and ask the users questions. So these are the questions that I would kind of ask myself after I have the business idea. And the first question is like, who will actually use this product, right? If I'm building a SaaS product, or if I'm starting a restaurant, who will actually use it? What is my target audience, right? Who I'm trying to attract, and who will use it is the very main question that you want to use, kind of help you define your target audience. And the second question you want to ask yourself is, why would they use it? Why would they use your products, right? I believe your product is not going to be the only one in the market, but why? Like why would they use it, right? If there are like a ton of products out there, why would they use it? And the third question you want to ask is, what makes your products better than other people? Like again, right? There could be like the same idea could be like 10,000 apps out there. What makes your app better than that, right? Could be your price is better than other people. Could be your functions better than other people. Could be your experiences better than other people. So these are the things that you want to ask yourself, right? So after you finish all of this kind of fake user persona, then you want to actually go out and talk to your target audience, and you tell them, hey, I have this idea right now, and I see that a lot of people in our age group or in our community have this kind of problem. Do you feel the same? And if they say like, yeah, I have this problem as well, and you tell them your business idea, what makes them, what is going to help them, and see if they agree with your idea. If they don't, right, you may want to refine it, but you can get a lot of feedback from this kind of people. So asking people, validating your idea is super important. So definitely do that. And the third thing is, after you have, like the whole kind of idea, and then talking to your friends, target audience, and they all think it's a great idea, you want to think about how do you actually execute this plan. So this business planning is key. And when I'm building Clascity, right, I have like 5 to 6 pages of Google documents of like, what do I want to build on? How do I want to build it? Like, what is my budget? What is my timeline? What are the features I want to build? What are the details in each features that I want to give the users? So these are the things that you definitely want to ask yourself, right? What is the long-term vision? What is the short-term vision? When is your MVP? Like MVP is like the minimal viable products, right? How do you want to build this thing? So definitely plan out a lot of things. And I would say that if you don't have a business planning, when shit happen, then you may want to quit like easier than if you have a business planning, because one of my friend actually started something and then he was like halfway done and he didn't really see the results, but he's thinking about quitting right now because he didn't do any of this planning, right? When I ask him like, what is your product? Would you use your products yourself, right? Then he's like, yeah, I'm not sure, I probably wouldn't even use it. Then how can you expect other people to use your products, right? So these are the things that you definitely want to ask yourself before thinking about starting on something, and eventually and especially, you know, like putting some kind of capital into your funding your idea. So you want to make sure that these are something that will have a market for when you launch it. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. I hope you guys like it, and I probably am not gonna make another video in this month or before the new year. So if I don't talk to you guys again, I'm just gonna say Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. And I'll probably like post some traveling videos, but that's about it. Next video, it will be actually, I'm gonna have to spend more time to, you know, like take screenshots or whatever in Clascity to show you guys. So next video is gonna be talking about like how to actually come up with the wireframes and stuff. Yeah, like subscribe to my channel and I'll talk to you guys next year. Cheers.